Okay, this is funny. Whenever someone says like pray about it, you know you're screwed. Yo, what's up? We're back for another Bed Wars video. Today I want to talk about Christianity, parenting, and basically the black pill. Essentially, what it says is that your entire life is predetermined genetically. There's this one video I saw. It's called "How to Be a Good Parent," and I'm like, oh wow, like a black pill video about something that could be useful. Like, yo, this could be interesting. Like how to be a good parent. Maybe he'll say like how to raise them, because a lot of the advice is like, oh, you have to make sure there's no trauma, and make sure your kid is securely attached, so that your kid has a good life as an adult. And honestly, this video is basically just like screw all that. What we're just instead going to talk about is like how important it is that you're basically, what is it? All the parenting that you do is done before the first trimester of the kid being alive. So what does that mean? It's like the genetics, the whole point is genetics. Oh, he's here. And so, sorry, I had to grind for a second there. This guy will not let me go. Let's see what I can do about that. But yeah, the first, and like, that's basically choosing the right partner, being cracked yourself. Like, basically, they say, this guy said, if you have like good genetics and good looks, you're basically set for life. Like, your kid will become a functioning human being. Oh gosh, dude, how am I missing my shots? Goodness gracious. I need to like fix my mouse or something. Like, gee, Baliba. Is this guy gonna, there's no way this guy is real. It's also like, if you look, it's 11:26. That's when all the cracked people are online. I think like the good players, like your boy 80 and like Techno Billion back in his like Bed Wars prime, played during at like a nice 2 p.m. probably, where the just like the nons are online. And also I'm screen recording with OBS, so I don't have the best frames. I actually wanted to get a new. I'm saving up for a new computer. The G16. Zephyr's G16. I want to get like the max specs. It's around like 2700. So I'm just like, with my internship and my photography thing, hopefully I can get like 3K before the summer's over. And also having like an actual beefy computer would be nice for video editing, because this thing it suffers with editing, bro. It's brutal. It's a computer black pill. You can't do the work if you don't have good specs. So yeah, if you want to give your kid a good life, if you want to have your videos do well, you need good genes, you need good stuff. Of course, I don't think good videos don't actually need good stuff, honestly. Like, the video is entertaining, I was listening to a John Bellion podcast today, and he was like, you can't as a producer decide what the market likes. Like, you make what you make, and if you had like Goosebumps making the song, that's your sword and shield, and you go out into the world, or at least the record label, and you tell them like, yo, like, you think my song is like trash or this, or like it's never gonna see the light of day, or like it's not gonna like hit streams. But no one knows anything about anything when it comes to like whether a song is good. If it hits the market and it's a smash hit, like, yo, like, it's a success. And like, there's no predicting just based on like someone's taste. Like, different producers can like send each other their work, and then they'd be like, oh, the song is nothing, but then it turns out to be like a top 10 record. It's like, yo, that's crazy. And YouTube videos is like, there is more of a formula. It's like, you know when a video is entertaining. Like, you can see the views, you can see like how consistent a channel is. There's like a lot of stuff that goes behind it, that is measurable, that is like, that experience can like literally say like that's that's gonna work, you know, like it's gonna work. But with music, not so much. But with genetics, like, yo, you need that to have a good life. And like, I still a bit undecided, like, how important genetics is. Like, of course, like it is important for sure. If I don't think it's the end all be all in terms of having a good life. Like he said, like, you know, like if you can't give your kid good looks, like at least give him, you know, give him money. And that's like apparently the second thing. That like how to be a good parent. Like if you didn't give him like his like, you know, 6'7" height and good looks to a boot, and because essentially like, the looks part is like if you have looks you can get like a good job. You're like they're basically like set for the working industry. I thought I could punch the deposit. Oh, this is theirs. Yeah, the new feature, you could just like punch it and then it goes in, which is kind of cool. It's kind of fire personally. I want iron armor, but whatever. I'm not sweating too hard, just playing the game and yapping. Little yappuccino. I went out with my friends today. My friend ate Chipotle, and we were all trying to eat out together. But honestly, I took both my sisters out to like Ranch 99. Like, you know, like every Ranch 99 has a bunch of Asian shops around it, which is kind of nice. And I got my sister like somi ice cream, which is like soft serve in a fish waffle, which is like fire. And then I got my other sister like these crepes, like a Nutella, freaking a Nutella strawberry. It was like pretty good. It was like a small, but bro, these things were like so expensive. Like the fish thing was $7 and the crepe was like $8. Yeah, it was interesting to say the least. Oh, come on, bro. Please let me break this. Okay, I'm just gonna leave this guy alone. Can I like take this guy off guard? Like, will he know I'm here? I'm trying to see if I can, you know, sneak attack him if he walks off the edge, and then I can just hit him off. But anyway, yeah, I spent so much money getting my sister stuff that like, at the end of the day, like I don't want to spend any more money on my own dinner. Okay, this guy's just getting stacked. Oh, bro, housing prices are crazy, by the way. Like I don't know anything about buying a house, but I feel like when I do want to buy a house, I was thinking about what the kind of house I want. I was thinking like, cause I was reading this manga, and like one of the characters have a vacation home, and I was thinking like the only way I would ever like consider a vacation home is like it would have to be near my actual house. Like if I have to travel to go to my vacation house, like I'm not using it. There's no point in having an entire other house. And so like if I didn't have to travel, it'd be hype. Like I could speaking of a bed. No, they're free. Final kill. Screw this teal guy, bro. Can I fight? I want to fight. Can I get this guy off? Oh, I can. Okay, sweet. So it's just me versus him, right? I could probably win this, honestly. That'd be cool. Maybe I could get some prot. And a fireball. Where is he? And in this vacation house, right? I'd have this garage, and like as a guy, like I'm not too into garages, but I think it'd be cool to have like, so basically the ramp goes up into the second floor of the house, right? And the garage would the car would go like up the ramp, and then it would open up, and then the garage door would be like a regular size garage door where there's like the car could go in, and then but then you park it in like this just space, and maybe you could like mark it off with like this different like this concrete kind of thing, and you step out of your car and step into like the man cave, or basically like this concrete room with like couches and like glass window. Well, obviously, what else would the windows be made out of? But like, especially like this massive like, warehouse looking room with like that's cozy. And it's like a workstation, and like it's got like a I don't know, like a high stool bar or something, and it's like a vibe. And then you go downstairs, and then there's like maybe a bedroom, maybe like a pool table. I don't know, like Well, the pool table would be in the garage space, like basically like living stuff, like our kitchen, I guess, and like walk out into a pool. And oh, and I definitely need an office, like maybe walled off, and like we have like a conference room with a TV. I don't know, like I'll have to figure it out. But basically, like the vision is like a massive garage, like kind of man cave kind of thing. And of course, like I'd have to build it myself. So yeah, I think like having a, and like obviously on the lake, it made me built the house like built on a slope so that the downstairs would be easier to like design. Like, yo, if I could design a house, bro, that'd be sick. Like, yo, because like building houses are possible. It takes like well, like 2 years or something. I don't know. My friend's parents are building a house in Florida, and like they're gonna go they're gonna go, I guess, see how the house progress is coming along or something like next week. And then yeah, I feel like building a house would be very, very doable. But I was talking about parenting, right? And part of the thing I bring up, part of the reason I bring up parenting is because my parents sometimes do a lot of stuff I don't agree with, like in terms of like just decisions on the way they speak to us, or the way like the way they teach us things, or how they decide to raise us. And one of the things they do is like weaponize Christianity. Well, I don't know if it's really weaponizing. Like maybe, you know, maybe they're actually right in what they say. Maybe I should obey my parents, and I should like listen to like what they have to say. You know, maybe they're right, and I don't know anything, and I should. Yo, why did I block myself off? Goodness gracious. Oh, whoa, what? But you know, that's something that the Catholic Church is basically known for in like the grand scheme of history, where it's like they use their power of like, oh, this is like God ordained, and God said, I swear God said that you got to do it this way. Like I think I told this before on the channel, but I'll just say it again, where it's like I met this friend. She was her parents were former Mormons. So she knows a lot of like Mormon history, right? And she was saying like, yeah, so there's a point in history where the names of Mormons were like contested because people didn't like the, apparently there's like a leader for, you know, like the Pope is like the leader for Catholics or something. So yeah, there's like a leader for the Mormons. At one point, the leader said that the Mormons should be referred to as the Church of Latter, like the followers of Jesus Christ, or the Church of Latter-day Saints or something, right? And then there was always this guy who was like, I guess second in command or something, but he didn't have the actual full power. And he's like, no, we should be called the Mormons. It's like cool or hip or something. I don't know if that's actually his reasoning, if it was like shorter or like hip or something, but like basically he wanted just to be just shorten the name to be called Mormons. And I'm gonna put these diamonds here. I don't have a fireball, so I'm not sure how I can kill. Oh, this guy. And so yeah, so basically like the guy who's actually in charge hated this name. He's like, yo, like, nah, get out of here with your like suggestion. We should never be called the Mormons, bro. That's like, I don't know. He didn't like it, probably for like a reason you could guess. I don't think I'm too confident in my PvP abilities, to be honest. And so is that... Wait, is this guy... He has a bed. Just kind of slyly follow him, because his bed is like in this general direction. Am I mistaken? So I could just like, you know, take his little bed. Unless he has obby. That's not good if he does. Guess not. That's a bed if I've ever seen it. And so when the other guy died, like, it's funny because somehow the second command got like the leadership, and then it was revealed to him by God that the followers of Jesus Christ and the Church of Latter-day Saints should actually be called the Mormons. You know, it's a divine revelation from God himself. So yeah, clearly an abuse of power in some sense, but it's not really abuse of power, because I guess he can, right? But the fact that he said God says you should do that, it's like, yo, it's like hella sus. That's just like not cool in a sense. But anyway, like parents can do that too. Like, it's yo, chill. Um, Yellow is, oh, these guys both don't have a bed. Am I actually gonna? This guy wanna fight me? Where's green? Oh, green is getting my bed. Beautiful. Okay, this is funny. Whenever someone says like pray about it, you're screwed. Like for example, I heard this one when I was in Vermont, Bennington, Vermont last year. Actually, last May, um, we were going to see an opening of a brand new church as a part of Jesus. What's it called? What's his ministries? My uncle has like basically like an international like ministry or something, and he was opening a church in Bennington, Vermont, of all places. But yeah, and we went to go see that with my dad. It was just me and my dad. My family stayed at home. Lucky guys. Interesting. It was an insightful experience though. Yeah, I'm glad I went or something like that. And yeah, the pastor, his name was Elijah. His wife was not a big fan of him. Upon first meeting him, bro did not have the genetics to make her fall in love with him. But that's okay because the wife had some wise counsel. She was told to pray about it. And at that point, bro, she was screwed. She basically had no choice. Well, I mean, I guess she did, because at the end of the day, like, she did say I do, right? But like, I feel kind of bad because like this woman, she was like an educated, like smart German woman with like basically like, no way. She had like a good life in front of her, bro. Like if she did not marry this man, like she'd probably be a lot richer than she is now. But yeah, she married him because the ops told her to get married to him. Well, not the ops, like just her. I'm not saying like it was malicious and like whatever, but yeah. And now she lives as a pastor's wife, actually. In like a flat. And they live in the same building as the church that he preaches in. It's very interesting. And yeah, that's just like the story of what happens when you get told to just pray about it. Devious. And then like for in another example of pray about it, like the devious pray about it is like my grandfather. He's living at home with us now, and my parents are trying to push him to get a job at Walmart, and he's expressed his discomfort and distaste of like doing that kind of job. And then he was told to quote pray about it, God, pray, and then whatever, and then he said like whatever God reveals to you, whatever God decides to tell us, we'll do. But like I don't know, like the whole question of like making a decision based off God's thing. Okay, like listen, like I know that sometimes God makes decisions for us that we don't think is the most exciting. It's in the Bible all the time. Like Moses was not flattered. He was not seduced into going back to the land of Egypt to lead the Israelites out of. And a lot of examples and scenarios where people in the Bible did not want to do what God had for them. Jonah, like literally just Jonah. Jonah tried to run away from what God had for him, and it's he used the punch thing. God still used him to do amazing things. How tiring, huh? But yeah, like that's God speaking directly to you. When your parents tell you to do something, like, and of course like the Bible says obey your parents, for it pleases the Lord. obey your parents because it pleases the Lord. I wouldn't go so far to say it's manipulative, but I would go far to say that I think that there should be some questioning allowed by the party being told something, because it is possible for your parents to be wrong. I don't think it's too daring to say that it's possible for parents to be wrong. To be wrong! Is that a revolutionary concept? Oh, please, please, please get hit off, bro. Did I get it? Maybe I can fireball across and just totally ignore this guy. I guess we'll do a little bed trade action. Okay, well, he's gonna let me just waltz in, I guess. Come on. Yes, bro, yes! Yes! Give me those diamonds! Give me those diamonds! Yes, bro, yeah. At the end of the day, should you listen? I think it should be understood that it is a loving suggestion. And that if you were to deviate from their advice, their curated advice just for you, literally just for you, out of like the loving compassion of the people who are looking out for your your future and like your general happiness, you should be cautioned that you are deviating from their advice for you, and that you are essentially taking a risk. However, to what extent it is calculated, that's like for you to think about. But to be prefer to be forced on you by saying like, this is what God has for you, you could say, oh, it's like you look back in 20 years and you'll be so grateful for what God has done. That did not work. Please die. Thank you, bro. So basically, I'm ready to win, I think. Someone else did that. Oh, never mind. Now, what do you guys think, chat? Is there a solution to this parent situation? Or just... And I think that's what ends up happening. Like, if you look at the story of Alex Hormozy, he had a great foundation. He went to a fantastic college, Vanderbilt, if I recall correctly. Got his master's in business or something, was applying to Harvard for his his master's, and then he just decided, I don't want this. I just don't want this. And he left without telling his parents. He started a gym lit under a highway or something. Like, he listened to the cars drive by at night, and bro was not doing happy by any parent standards. Like, he's not doing well. Like, if he had gone to Harvard or something, I don't know, like, parents would have felt a little happier or like a little safer about their... Yeah, so Alex Hormozy's situation, like, he just chose not to listen. Or like, and even like in some of his later videos, like as an adult, like now, he talks about like getting chastised by his family for not coming to Christmas gatherings, because like basically, I mean, it makes sense because all they do is basically like say like, oh, you're not living a healthy life, or like, oh, you're working all the time. But he's like, I guess he's really fine because his metrics for happiness are like good marriage and like making money. I don't know how godly of a life he's living, but it's a life that's being lived regardless. And another thing he says, oh yeah, he got married without telling his parents, and he just told his parents after he got married. Like they did like some sort of like legal wedding. Yeah, I don't know, like, you don't have the blessing of your parents. I don't know. That feels kind of scuffed, but that's how I realized that people just exist, people just live, like, people just do drugs and they just live, people just like, they vandalize buildings and they just live. Like, if you die, you just like that's like basically things just happen, like civilizations just rise and fall. Kings are overthrown and taken over. Like if like political discourse says that you need to go, like you'll go. Like there's no order in life. Things just happen as they do. You can't really control it. I'm saying that basically things are meaningless. No, not this. Like in a game of Bed Wars, right? Things just like there's an order to everything. Like if you pay the cost of like not bringing TNT, then you don't get the bed, and then the game sense basically. But like all of that doesn't, like that stuff doesn't matter in life. In life, it's just like things happen or they don't. Like things are the way they are. Like you say, oh, but I put in all that work, like it should have happened. Like nah, like things like I in a movie, right? Everything is scripted. Everything is like laid out like it is on a cabinet, right? But in life, in the world, there's no reasoning behind anything. Like people like live lives not as a Christian, and they still get rich. And the Bible thing like actually talks about this. They're like, oh, don't like feel regret or like anger if a rich, oh my gosh, yo, that was crazy. Don't feel like anger, or don't feel some type of way if a rich person or an evil person makes money, like, because it just happens. Like they'll wither away, I need to lock in for this. Do you think I can knock this guy off? I can't. Oh, I did. Oh, thank goodness. That's a pain to deal with. And I got that final kill, so I'm feeling mighty good about myself right about now. This is another thing from the John Bellion podcast, but like if you were to look at yourself, if these guys are like 36 or something, and then the question was, well, these guys as in the host of the podcast and John Bellion himself. John Bellion, by the way, is like this musical artist, so my favorite of all time, actually, if you must know. But the question the host asked John is, if you were to tell something to your kid self, what would you tell him? Like, what advice would you give him? And he thought for a long time, like in silence. And I was just kind of imagining like what he was thinking about, like, oh, maybe he'll talk about like some advice regarding like records and making money, like, because he's been talking about a lot of that like in the podcast. This guy, yo, what am I doing, bro? This guy does not have a bed. Like, I should be going after this guy's bed. He has diamond armor too, like, bro. Okay, go. Just beelining it to your bed, good sir. Don't mind me. He's following me. Okay, that's a smart play by bro. Oh, he's going back to his base. Okay, interesting. I'm not sure what I can do about his bed if he's at his base. So I'm gonna just collect emeralds. Yeah, he can't be everywhere at once, unless he throws his fireball. But I think 4 emeralds is enough for me to just get his bed at the very least. Maybe I should go here, grab these. I think my movements have been getting kind of better. I've been practicing, like, okay, let me just drink these and let me just go, basically. I wonder if he'll void. I'll be checking the chat for that. Do I really need to use all my potions for this? Probably not, but we did anyway. My best hope is to probably fireball him off. Anyway, let me think about the things I wanted to yap about before I end this video, because I'm probably going to end it here. Regardless of when I win or lose, it doesn't matter. It's all about the fun, right? Did you guys have fun? What they kind of concluded is that after all of this thought, he said the biggest thing that young John needs to hear is that he's doing a good job. It's like, he's doing a good job. Am I doing a good job? Like, am I really doing a good job? Because basically the question is kind of framed like everyone knows he's giving advice for quote young John, but it's really for other young artists, aka I win. Lol. Be nice. It's nice to end on a win. You know, that's kind of fire. If you're needing some encouragement, I think you're doing a good job. Because I actually, you know what, like, if I kind of think about it, yeah, I'm not perfect. And there's gonna be mistakes I make in the future, but like, I'm doing something. I'm trying. I'm not stopping trying. Yeah, as you can tell, there's a lot of thoughts, a lot of unresolved issues, a lot of half-baked theories, but you know what? That's good, actually, because that means I have a feeling of uncertainty, and when I have uncertainty, that means I'm grappling with things. And grappling things means you're growing. If I'd one day become certain about everything I was talking about, in theory, that's a good place to be. But in actuality, you're not morphing, you're not struggling. Yeah, I like being challenged. YouTube is both a blessing and a curse in the sense that I can give knowledge and waste your time. Double-edged sword, eh? Gotta wield it well. Alright, that's enough yipping and yapping for today. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.